Mr.
I have a question. I'm
Yes,
sorry. Would that be posted?
Yeah, but we'll take it back down.
Oh, okay. And I just realized that I actually watch your episodes. I have to look you up real quick. I didn't know that was you.
It is
I
me.
didn't know. Yeah.
That was a show. That wasn't this.
That's
Yes.
okay.
Okay, Mr. Ogunbella, this is your motion. You each have 15 minutes aside. That includes any opening statement that you give, as well as any closing statement. Do you have any questions about what I said with the opening and closing statement?
Yes. I don't understand what that means.
Okay, so let me tell you, whenever there is a time limit whenever you have a hearing. So you'll get 15 minutes. That means within those 15 minutes, in an opening statement, you can tell me what your evidence is going to show about what it is you want the court to know. Then you will be able to present your case. And when you present your case, after you present your case, you'll testify. Attorney Sweet will ask you questions if she has any. Well, I'm sure she will have some questions, but Miss Big Bo can ask you questions if she has any, but she can choose not to ask you any questions. And then a closing statement is based on the evidence that you presented, you want me to do X, Y, and Z. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I set the timer. Would you like to make an opening statement?
Is it me or Marijuana?
It'll be you, but let me go on the record. All right, we're on the record in cause number DF23-01848, State of Texas versus Mayowa Ogunbella, Mayowa, last name Ogunbela. This is an appeal from the 4D Child Support Court. Counsel, would you please announce for the record?
Stephanie Sweet for the Office of the Attorney General.
Okay. Mr. Ogunbella, you are the movant in this case. This is your motion, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And Miss Bigbo, would you please announce for the record?
Mary Wan. I'm opening, yeah.
Marijuana Bigbo, is that correct?
Marijuana, yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Ogunbella, as I stated previously, you have an opportunity to give an opening statement. That's where you will tell me what you want me, what you want me to know, what the evidence is going to show, what you're asking for. You can choose not to give one because, like I said, you only have 15 minutes.
Yeah. All right. Can I start right now?
Yes.
Yeah. So my name is Mayowa Ogunbella, and I would just like you to help me reconsider the amount I'm paying because I feel it's way more than what I'm making right now. And I also have some other bills. I'm going to school. I'm married, and I have a lot of bills to pay and some other stuff. So the first one is I'm overpaying, and number two is I have a lot of other bills to cater for. I want to take care of my child, but I also have to consider my bills also. So I can pay more than half of my paycheck being paid as child support. So what will I use to survive and do some other stuff?
Okay. Does that conclude your opening statement?
Yes.
Okay. Attorney Sweet?
Yes, Your Honor. So the state would request that child support be based on 2 quarters worth of wages and be set actually to $906 per month. That father continue to provide the health and the dental for the child, and also that the retroactive instead of $6,000 should actually be $5,385 and be repaid at $77 per month.
Okay. Does that conclude the state's opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Missy Bigbo, you have an opportunity to make an opening statement if you would like to. You don't necessarily have to.
Um, I don't.
Okay.
I'm not sure what to really say because since last year it's been kind of hard because I don't really work a lot because of school right now. So it's like kind of hard having to take care of the baby at the same time when my job I barely even work and my job barely pays me also, you know. So yeah, I don't know because even buying like baby stuff could be really expensive and stuff, you know. And every 2 weeks, $400 really won't cut a check, like help me out like that. But since it's based on what his income is, that's fine also, you know. I'm not trying to put somebody in a situation where it's hard or something. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that.
Mhm.
All right. And Mr. Ogumbella, at this time, you can call your witness. If you're your only witness, that's fine too.
My witness, like, I don't understand, like someone that can verify whatever I'm saying.
Yeah, or you can be your own witness. You're a witness because you're going to be giving testimony.
Um, I mean, I can be my witness.
Okay. All right. So I just realized something. Would you both raise your right hands? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give will be the truth and the whole truth?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Ogumbella, you're going to be your only witness?
Yes.
Okay, you may proceed.
Um, so
Mr. Ogumbella?
hello, can you hear me?
I can now, but
Hello.
it's
Yeah.
breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. So the witness is about what, like, I don't understand what the witness statement says.
Well, you're your own witness. So you would just testify to whatever child support you're paying now. If you said you wanted to be reduced. So this is your opportunity to give evidence, which your testimony is evidence too, okay? As well as I believe you
Okay.
mentioned earlier about paycheck stubs. This is your opportunity to do all of that.
All right. So can I share my screen?
Yes.
1 second.
Did you get his exhibits?
Can you see my screen, please?
Yeah, it should let you do it. Can you do it?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Can you see my screen? I'm trying to share it. Can you see it, please?
I can see your screen, but you're on it.
Okay. Okay. So this. Can you see this, please?
I can't see the screen, but you know, I guess if you can't share it, you can just talk about what it is you're sharing and what it is that you're trying to get us to know about the document.
Okay. So what I'm trying to share is this. The kind of job I have is like an insurance job, and I'm paid based on commissions. And sometimes of the year, the commission I make is way less than what I make at some particular point in time. So what I made during December was I also had like some bonuses, and also I was new into the company, so I got some like welcome bonus and all that. But ever since January, my pay dropped by like 30%. So, and I was trying to explain to the judge the last time, but it was like, since I can't show him reproof, he can't, there's nothing he can do about it. So, and also I'm married, you know, I have people to take care of. I have my family to take care. I have to take care of my child also. And with the child support I'm paying right now, I can't even afford to buy food stuff or even pump gas in my car. So it's just like I'm making money and paying child support. I'm only left with like $200 or $300 for 2 weeks. Yeah, and that's why I'm trying to, like, see if you can help me make adjustment or help me reduce it a little bit. I don't mind. I can pay for child support. I'm taking care of my child, but at least I should have something for myself also to take care of myself. And also, with the job I have right now, I lost it yesterday. A few of us were laid off yesterday, and right now I don't even have a job. So I can't keep paying 400 and something when I don't have a job. I'm still trying to find a job right now. Yeah, so that's it.
Okay, thank you. Attorney Sweet?
Yes. Do you understand that retroactive support is based on past wages?
Not really, but yeah, not really.
So how much were you making before January at this job?
Okay, before my base pay was $17. My pay was $17, but I got some bonuses because I just joined the company. It's called like signing bonus. Yeah, and I also made some very good sales. And from October up until December is what we call the AEP. It's called the annual enrollment period. And during that time, a lot of people want to enroll into Medicare or switch plans. And that's how I got a lot of money. Yeah.
So now you're making how much less?
I mean, more than 30% less.
So do you understand that when we did the retroactive calculation, it was based on your wages for the last quarter of last year and the first quarter of this year? And that's how we calculated a retroactive judgment of $5,385?
No.
Okay.
All right. What you just told me was okay. Yeah.
Do you have any other children?
No, I don't.
So the state, we took the wages that you made, we divvied them out for 3 months, and then we calculated support. That's your gross income. We took away the health insurance and dental of 123. Then we multiplied your net resources by 20%. We did that for the last quarter of 2022 and the first quarter of 2023. So now do you understand how we calculated retroactive support?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And regarding support moving forward, you're requesting that your gross income be found to be based on just your wages for the first quarter of this year. Is that correct?
Can you repeat that one more time, please?
Are you requesting that your child support be based on your wages for just the first quarter of this year?
If possible, the first 5 months.
So a quarter is 3 months. So the first 3 months of this year.
Okay, yeah, you can go by that.
Okay.
But actually from March, I actually made more, like way less than what I made January and February.
So do you understand that we're averaging out? So your employer is reporting your income for the entire 3 months in a quarter, and we're averaging that out between the months, and that's how we're calculating your gross income.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then your gross income based on the first 3 months of this year would be $4,066.33. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
So are you requesting that the court find that to be your gross income?
Yes.
Okay. And then do you understand that child support would be $660 a month?
$660 a month?
Yes.
Yeah.
But do you understand that if we were to take an average of what you made the last 3 months of 2022 and the first 3 months of this year, that in fact your gross income would be your gross income would be $5,697.37 per month.
Per month?
If we were to do an average of 6 months, that it would be $5,697.37. That'd be your gross income. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Hold
Do you
on.
understand? Apologize.
I'm stopping your time, Attorney Sweet. Mother call dropped. I want to give her an opportunity to come back on. Okay, here she goes.
Hello?
Okay,
Okay, okay.
all right, we are back on the record. And Attorney Sweet, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. So Mr. Ungabella, do you understand that an average of the 6 months, that would mean your gross income was $5,697.37 per month?
Yes.
Okay. And do you understand if the court finds that to be your gross income, that child support would be $906 per month?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, and one last thing regarding the retroactive child support. Would you be in agreement to paying the retroactive, whatever amount it may be, back at $77 per month?
Yeah, I don't mind. I can pay that.
Okay. Your Honor, I pass the witness.
Okay,
I have a question.
I was just coming to you. Now you
Okay.
can ask questions. And it has to be a question. This is not an opportunity, and he'll have an opportunity to ask you questions too. This is not an opportunity when you all get to question each other to bash each other. You have legit questions, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you may proceed.
Okay, so my first question is since the retroactive report was 6,000, was it calculated for it to be 5,000 something?
Okay, you're asking him questions right now.
Oh, him. Okay. Okay. I was gonna ask him, Maya, I was gonna ask you, you said you lost your job, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and how is that gonna work? Like, if you lost your job right now, how is the payment gonna go when it comes to taking care of the baby right now?
I mean, the court can decide that, but to the best of my knowledge, right now I don't have a job. So, but for the insurance, I have my insurance up until May of next year. So I'm trying to find a job right now.
Okay. That's all I wanted to ask.
Okay. All right, let me stop your time. Okay, Mr. Ogambella, do you, is there anything else you want to say for you're testifying right now, so is there anything else you want to say?
Okay, yeah. Like I said, I want to take care of my child. I want the best life for her, but if I'm paying more than I'm supposed to be paying for child support, how can I take care of myself and my family? So is there a way can it be reduced a little bit? I know the mother also works and I work too. So I want to take care of my child, like I said, but why is everything just on me? I also have things to take care of. I go to school also.
Okay. Mr. Ogambella, I have a question for you. Do you have any other children outside of this child?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you. So does that conclude your testimony?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Are you going to call anyone else as a witness, or do you rest, meaning your case is done?
So when you say witness, this someone I can like testify that I'm married or
No, you just, if you wanted to bring someone else to testify to your income or something like that, but they would already have to be in the hearing or in the waiting room. If they're not here, then it'll just be limited to Attorney Sweet or Miss Ibigbo.
all right, it's fine. I'm okay. I can do it myself.
Okay, all right. So let me stop your time. All right, Attorney Sweet. Recommendation.
Yes, Your Honor. So the state would recommend doing an average of the income information made available to the state, since we still haven't seen any kind of pay stubs or anything like that. And we don't know how much the bonuses were. It doesn't sound like any of that information was offered. So the state would request that his gross income for an average of 6 months was $5,697.37 per month, which would mean child support should be set to $906 based on guidelines. And that is giving credit to Mr. Angumbella for providing health and dental insurance at a total cost of $123 per month. The state would also recommend the retroactive at $5,385 to be paid at $77 per month. And that is calculated for the wages. So for the last quarter of 2022, I did an average of those 3 months. And then for the the first quarter of 2023, I did an average of those 3 months for income, and then calculated what child support would have been for those months. And that's how I calculated the 5,385. I don't know how retroactive came out to an even 6,000, or whether or not credit was given at any point. I'm just not sure where the number came from, but a more accurate number would have been $5,385. And that concludes the recommendations, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, and does the state rest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Missy Bigbo,
Yes, ma'am.
you have the option now to testify, and you may call Mr. Ogumbella or Attorney Sweet as a witness if you want to. You don't necessarily have to. It's up to you. Now, you were trying to ask a question earlier. I think that would have been a question for the state, but because I had a similar question, but she just cleared it up for me.
Yeah, she just did right now too. I think, I don't know, honestly, I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry.
You may continue, Missy Bigbo.
Okay. To be honest, I get what he's saying, but to be honest, $418 is quite low for me with the baby, but it's something I can try to work with. But honestly, I don't know if it's because of the child support that his job is gone. Like he said he doesn't have a job right now. Maybe the payments is the reason why. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because I don't know. I do want to agree with certain things here, right? But at the same time, I don't want to, because Maya Gumbele, I reached out to him last year before even filing for this child support. It's something I don't want to ever do. But I reached out to him and let him know, hey, I'm gonna need help financially with the baby. And he read my messages. They reply back to me. I kept texting him multiple times, every time trying to let him know, hey, I need help taking care of the child financially and everything. But he just kept reading my messages and not reaching back to me or anything. So it's like now he's pleading for reducing whatever now. And now it's like I need help more. So it's like I don't know what to do at this point right now. Because if he had, come here with me when I was trying to reach out to him about the baby, we wouldn't be in this situation right now at all. So it's more like he asked for all of this right now. So I don't know what to do. I don't know if I want to agree with this or not.
Okay. All right. Does that conclude your testimony?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may, just 2 more items. So the state would object to any evidence of job loss since this order was signed, or any new evidence. Is our position that would require a modification and not a de novo hearing. And second, the state would also request and recommend that the new support amounts begin on the same date that they would have under this order, so May 1st, 2023. And that is all, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. The court sustains the objection. Okay. Is there anything further from all parties?
When you say substantial objection, what does that really mean? Sorry.
You know what? Thank you for asking that question because I did just make the, I did just say it and didn't explain it. So when
Okay.
an objection is made and the court agrees with the objection, because it has to be a legal objection, right? When the
Mhm.
court agrees with it, they'll sustain it. If the court doesn't agree with it, like it's not grounded in any type of legal framework or anything, then the court will overrule it.
Okay. Makes sense.
So essentially he's asking for a modification, a change in his child support, which would require a separate motion that will request the court to actually lower his child support. An appeal is something different. That's what we're here for today.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So anything further?
No, so right now, so what he's gonna do is do a modification for his job.
Well, I haven't made a ruling yet.
Oh, okay.
What I'm going to do is send you all an email. Mr. Ogumbella, what is your
Yeah,
email?
right here. It's MAYOBELA@icloud.com.
MAYOBELA
Yeah, at icloud.com.
at iCloud.com. Okay. And Miss Ibigbo, what is your email address?
It's MARYJUAN as a Nancy, another N at iCloud.com.
Okay. Another N as in Nancy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. At iCloud.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
.com, yeah.
Thank you. And Attorney Sweet, I have your email address. So what I'm going to do is look over the notes that I've taken in addition to what you all just testified to today, and I will send you an order of, or a ruling rather, of what is going to be decided. And you all will receive that by email.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, we're off the record. That concludes this hearing. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Bye, Judge Bailey.
Bye-bye.
Your Honor, I believe I'm also on the, is it the Sweat and Ellis case?
Yes, I'm admitting everyone now. Hello.
Good morning, Judge. I'm sorry, good afternoon, Judge.
It's okay. It's almost Friday. Okay. Are you Sydney Stubbs?
Yes, Your Honor. Let me
Okay.
see.
Because that calls number that I'm looking at, that's not the one that I actually see on the docket. Is it the same one?
No, Your Honor, I was in a hearing before I came into this one, so I just haven't changed the name yet.
Okay, I was like, did we miss something? So, okay.
No, you're good.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Good afternoon, Miss Ellis. Is it Sweat? Let me ask him to unmute.
I'm trying to get it together.
It's okay. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing, ma'am?
Good, good. I do need you to turn on your camera for me.
I am trying to.
Okay. I just sent you a prompt. You might see that.
Yeah, I see it. The way I have to swipe up on the screen.
Okay. All right. All right. Miss Ellis, you doing okay? Okay.
Can you hear me? Am I good?
I can hear you.
Oh,
I haven't heard from Miss Ellis yet.
I'm doing well, thank you.
Okay, good. All right. So it looks like we're here on Mr. Sweat's motion to refer.
Yes, Your Honor, and the motion for child custody evaluation.
Okay. All right. So,
And
I'm assuming because you all are here, there is no agreement on that.
Well, for the motion to refer, I think maybe we do have an agreement. I know we had a hearing in the OAG court, and the OAG judge is the one who recommended that we refer the case to district court because there were a lot of complex issues in this case. We just never, I sent around an agreed motion, in order for everybody, but it just never got signed. That's why I set the hearing.
Oh, okay, okay, I got you. So, all right, we're on the record in cause number DF 2303070. This is a motion to refer the case from the 4D child support court to the district court, as well as a motion for child custody evaluation. Councils, would you please state your name for the record?
Sydney Stubbs, Your Honor, for Tyrone Sweat.
Thank you.
Stephanie Sweet for the Office of the Attorney General.
All right. And Ms. Ellis, would you please announce, state your name for the record?
Tatiana Ellis.
Okay. All right. Would everyone who intends to testify, please raise their right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give will be the truth and the whole truth?
Absolutely.
Okay. Got it. All right. So Attorney Stubbs, you may proceed.
Okay, Mr. Sweat, can you please state your name for the record?
Tyrone Sweat.
Okay, and do you recall appearing in the OAG court back in March? Not March. May of this month, of this year?
Yes.
Okay, do you recall the judge ruling on temporary orders in that case?
Yes.
Do you also recall the judge recommending that the case be referred to district court?
Yes.
Are you in agreement with referring the case to district court?
Yes.
Okay. Regarding the custody evaluation, how long are you and Miss Ellis currently married?
No.
Have you ever been married?
No.
Okay. Were you in a prior relationship before now?
Yes.
Okay. When did you break up?
No. We still talking. It's kind of complicated, but we still talking.
Well, are you currently in a relationship together right now?
Yes.
Okay. Since have you and Miss Ellis had difficulty co-parenting regarding the children?
Yes.
Okay. Have there been allegations made both by you and her regarding the children?
Yes.
Do you feel it's in the best interest of the children to have a custody evaluation made in order to determine what's in their best interest? Oh,
Hold on 1 second. I believe mother dropped off. Hold on, let me give her an opportunity to come back on. Okay, there she goes.
I'll restate my question, Mr. Sweat. Do you believe a custody evaluation would be in the best interest of the children in order for an evaluator to determine what's in their best interest regarding conservatorship, possession and access, and other issues regarding the kids?
If we can't come to an agreement, yes.
Okay. Are you asking that the fee for the custody evaluation be split between you and Miss Ellis 50-50?
Sure. Yes.
I'll pass this witness, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Attorney Sweet.
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Ellis, you do have an opportunity to ask Mr. Sweat any questions related to the motion to refer and the motion for the child custody evaluation. If you choose to ask any questions, you don't necessarily have to.
I'm just to get clarity as far as the motion to get custody, what is being asked?
I would like, joint custody. I would like to have decisions over where my children go to school and the rights of a parent. I don't want my rights being taken away from my children because you don't like my attitude towards you. So that's what I'm requesting. That's why we're in court.
Okay, Ms. Ellis, do you have any more questions for Mr. Sweat?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, Attorney Stubbs, do you have any redirect?
No, not for Mr. Sweat, Your Honor.
Okay, you may, does that conclude your questioning of Mr. Sweat?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Okay, you may call your next witness.
I call Tatiana Ellis.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Ms. Ellis. Can you state your name for the record?
Tatiana Ellis.
And are you, have we had a conversation regarding the motion to refer this case to district court?
Yes.
Are you in agreement with that motion?
No.
Okay. What is your objection to referring the case to district court?
I would be okay with how it is as far as what you have told me, how the custody is meant to be. As far as anything more, I don't want to allow that.
If I may, Your Honor, can I just explain? So Ms. Ellis, just to explain very briefly, the motion to refer isn't, is just to see if the district court can make a decision as opposed to the OAG court, not necessarily saying that something may or will not be, will or will not be changed.
Okay, then yes, I agree with it.
Okay, so just let me, one more time. Are you in agreement with referring the case to district court?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Regarding the custody evaluation, are you and Mr. Sweat currently in a relationship?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Have you had issues communicating regarding the children?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have disagreements regarding what's in the best interest of their children and the children regarding conservatorship, possession, and access?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you feel that it would be in the best interest of the children to have a third-party evaluator review and evaluate both of you and make a recommendation to the court regarding what's best for the children?
I'm okay with this.
Would you be okay, would you be in agreement to splitting the cost of the evaluation 50-50?
No, ma'am.
Okay, how would you like the fees split?
I would like for him to take care of all of that.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
thank you. Okay, Attorney Sweet, do you have any questions? Okay, Ms. Ellis,
Yes, ma'am.
do you have anything else you would like to say? You don't, like I said, you don't necessarily have to.
What am I able to say that will help this situation?
Well, I can't say what would help or hurt it. From what it sounds like, you're in agreement with the motion to send the case to district court, which I'm the district court judge, just so you. So you're in agreement with having your case come from the child support court to the district court. Is that correct?
Yes.
You're also in agreement with the child custody evaluation. You just would like Mr. Sweat to pay for the entire evaluation. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So beyond that, you don't have to say anything else. Now, I have questions for you both, but I'll ask after everyone is done asking you questions.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you don't have any testimony you would like to give?
I mean, does.
Well, let me ask this question. Do you understand what the motion to refer means? Do you understand what a referral is?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so the 4D court, which is also known as the child support court, they have jurisdiction over certain issues.
Okay.
They don't get into the who gets custody over who doesn't get custody, what is the possession schedule like they really don't get into a lot of that. Their role is specifically concerning child support as well as medical support if it involves Medicaid. Does that make sense? So anything above that, you would have to ask the district court or the district court to make those type of decisions, right?
Okay.
So that's why you will refer the case to a district court who can make the decision. Does that make sense so far?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. And on the custody evaluation, they don't do those as well. That's not something that the Attorney General's office handled. That's something that the district court will handle. So what we would do is have an independent person. We use what's called Family Court Services. Family Court Services is the provider that we use here through Dallas County, and you will be assigned someone who will pretty much do an investigation of your case. So whatever the issues are, they'll do an investigation. They'll come to your home, interview anyone who is an adult who lives in the home. And when I say live, they've been there longer than 30 days. Okay. So that can include you, your children, whoever you may live with, Mr. Sweat, whoever lives with him. They'll talk to what are called collateral witnesses, which are like the children's school teachers, counselors, the nurse, if he's having any medical issues. You know, just get a thorough report and then they'll send it to me.
Okay.
It'll assist me with, based on their recommendation on what they believe needs to happen in terms of who the primary conservator who can designate where the children live, who does that, what they believe not child support, the possession and access of the children should be, if the children need to go to any type of therapy, those type of things.
Okay.
Okay, so they don't make decisions on child support. Attorney Sweet, who you see on the screen, that's who would make a recommendation on what child support should be, if there's any back pay or retroactive child support is to be owed, how much is that, who pays it, if the children are on Medicaid, governmental assistance, who pays it, how much, if there is any retroactive owed on that, that's their role. So does all of that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you
Okay.
for clarifying.
Welcome. You're welcome. So I have another question. Ms. Ellis, are you working right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, where do you work?
Can I not say it because I do not want him? We have family violence, and I purposely do not tell him where I live. We have not been together since the end of 2019, and 2020 is when I moved into my own place. I have not told him where we live ever since. I have not told him where I've worked. I've recently had allowed him to come pick up the kids at the leasing office here, but because it was stated that there is family violence, now he picks up the kids at the police department that is down the street from me.
Okay, which police department is that?
It's off of Hall Street in Deep Ellum.
At the marshal's office, I think that is,
I
right?
think that's what I think so.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this question. How much money do you make?
It varies. My schedule, they schedule me at least once a week, but I pick up days. So I can work as much as 5 days a week, 7 days a week. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Not right now. Okay. Not right now. I'm on the phone right now. And then I'll take care of that after. Okay? Close the door. I love you too. Just not right now. Okay. I apologize.
No problem. I'm a mom too, so I get it.
Okay.
Let me see a better question to ask. So did you file your taxes last year? Did you get a W-2?
I did. I did file. And what would be the next question? Sorry. What
was the income that was reported on your W-2 for last year?
So from last year, because I lost my job, it fluctuated last year. But as far as what I got, can I tell you what I got back? Because I just gave all my paperwork to my tax lady.
Okay, so you worked this entire year up until current, correct?
Oh yes.
How much monthly on average would you say is your gross?
I'm making just about $3,000 a month, a little bit less.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Sweet, how much are you making a month?
About 38 a month.
Okay.
3,800.
All right. And Miss Ellis, what was the reason that you wanted Mr. Sweat to pay for the entire evaluation?
Because I'm slowly taking care of financial needs here while he does not have to.
Okay.
As far as clothes, food, the reason why I've applied for child support now, our eldest is 9, he just turned 9 yesterday. This is my first time applying for it, is because it wasn't, I need to make sure that I need to know that there's something that's going to be there just in case something does occur where I'm sick, because there's times where I've been sick and I can't pay for a certain bill, or I'm paying for a babysitter. I've paid for babysitters $75 a day, and for 5 days a week, that's $1,500 a month. I feel like if he can just pay for that while he's away, you know, that'll be helpful. I've only been, the only public assistance I've applied for, I was on food stamps for like a brief amount of time last year, and then I'm paying for everything myself. So I don't feel like I should have to be paying everything for everything, especially when he left in 2020 to start a business and he was getting paid by the person that he was with as well. So.
Okay, well, thank you for that. The reason I ask, and this is to Mr. Sweat and Ms. Ellis, usually if there is a request for a social study evaluation, it's normally based on how much money that each party makes. And based on how much money you make, that's the cost of it. So I asked how much you make so I could take that into consideration in terms of determining who pays what, if anything, right? Because
Yes.
I do your request that you don't want to pay anything, and I will also take that into consideration.
Okay.
Ellis, what is your email address?
It's my first name, Tatiana.Ellis, my last name, ELLIS 00@gmail.com. I just wanted to like say, because my pay has been fluctuating. So as far as he doesn't pay rent, he doesn't pay any additional bills. So
You know
that's
what?
why,
Hold
because
on, Mr. Sweat, hold on. Miss Ellis, we're not in an actual hearing beyond what it is that we're talking about. So I don't want you to get into anything beyond that. But I
Yes.
would say, unless you live in the home that he's living in, you don't necessarily know what he pays.
okay.
It's all right. And
Your Honor.
is your email address on file with the court? I think.
Yes,
Well,
Your Honor. It should. I'm gonna say it should be, but I can give it to you as well.
let me see what I have here. I have Sydney SIDNEYS at dfwlawgroup.com.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Okay.
Your Honor, if my client very briefly could just address the issue that Ms. Ellis raised regarding why she wants him to pay the full amount of the evaluation.
Yes, sure.
Mr. Sweat, you're currently put on child support, correct?
Correct.
Beginning this month, you're ordered to pay $861 a month in child support, correct?
Correct. I paid it
And
this month.
Okay, and that's not including the medical support that you've been ordered and retroactive support, correct?
Correct.
Prior to that, you were paying Ms. Ellis roughly $1,000 a month, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so you have been providing financially in some way capacity, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. No further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So the court is going to grant the request to refer this to refer this case to the district court. The court is also going to grant the request to have the social study. Attorney Stubbs. Attorney Stubbs, if you will prepare an order for each one of those.
Yes, Your Honor.
When you do prepare the order, if you would put a line that says father shall pay, leave the blank there, so I can put an amount in there and do the same thing for mother. Because after that, then you'll get a separate order from Family Court Services. And I am ordering that Family Court Services is the one who performs the social study evaluation.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, is there anything further?
Not from us, Your Honor.
Okay, anything further, Miss Ellis?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and Attorney Sweet, you just you didn't have anything, so I'm pretty sure there's nothing further. Well, we're off the record. Thank you all for the rest of the week.
Thank you, Your Honor. You too.
Welcome.
Thank you.